The Texas Tech wide receiver room just got a little better with the commitment of Miami, Ohio wide receiver Reggie Virgil. In today's video, we'll break down his game, discuss the Red Raiders wide receiver group headed into 2025, and much, much more. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. And if you want instant reaction on everything Texas Tech football when it comes to the transfer portal, all you got to do is three things. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join a 100% free Texas Tech YouTube channel right here in the Back to 12 podcast channel. All right, let's just jump right into this because Reggie Virgil is a guy that has been linked to the Red Raiders basically since he got into the portal from Miami of Ohio, okay? We're talking about one of the best wide receivers in the MAC, but let's talk about his measurables and his skill set a little bit, okay? We've got this 6'4", 190. In 2024, he had, well, let's just say 41 catches, 816 yards, 9 TDs, ranked 10th nationally in yards per catch at 19.9 yards per catch. He is a big play threat on the outside, but no, he's not just limited to that. If you go and watch Miami of Ohio tape and watch Virgil play, they've got him lined up all over the place. Now, predominantly, he is an outside wide receiver, but I like the fact that his route tree for his size, again, 6'4", 190, it's pretty developed, right? When you hear about some of these guys that are taller in terms of the 6'4", 6'5 guys in college football, they have a limited route tree. Now, am I saying that he has the greatest route tree in the world? No, but it's far more developed than I figured it would be looking at his measurables, right? He goes out there and he makes defenders miss in space better than a lot of guys his size. And again, I know I'm comparing him to a lot of guys his size, but his size is a factor here, people. 6'4", 190, okay? He has the ability to cut laterally and also make defenders miss downfield. And when you throw up a ball to him that, well, would be a 50-50 ball to most, it's closer to 75-25, if not 80-20. He is truly a deep threat that understands leverage really, really well. And that's something that, in my opinion, a lot of guys don't understand. And what I mean by leverage is he understands how to play the back shoulder balls, right? And we all know Baron Morton loves those type of throws, right? He also understands that, hey, I need a little bit of room here on the sideline. I'm going to try and push the defender in so I have a little bit more room here on the outside when it comes to the sideline, and it's not acting as a second defender. He has a high football IQ, and he is a guy that I think will seamlessly fit in to Coach Juice's wide receiver room in 2025 alongside the likes of Corey Aiken, Caleb Payday Douglas, and a few other guys, including Kelby Volson, that will probably get a little bit more run for the Red Raiders. He is one of those guys, in my opinion, that is he going to be an all Big 12 type wide receiver and come in and fill the void of a Josh Kelly? No, I don't think that that's fair to say. But he provides a certain skill set that Texas Tech needed to get in this portal, which was a long, rangy wide receiver that can go up and win those 50-50 balls, as I mentioned, but also is not just stuck in a box, right? You can use him in multiple ways. You can send him out in motion. You can use him in the slot. You can use him on the outside. You can use him on end arounds. Whatever it may be, he's a versatile wide receiver that I think will complement the Caleb Douglases and the Corey Aikens of the world very, very nicely in the 2025 wide receiver group for the Red Raiders. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited about this one. Again, a guy that ranks top 10 nationally in yards per catch. Is that all he's known for? No, I think I laid that out pretty well in that regard. But to have the ability to take the top off of the defense at 6'4", 190, and again, he's not the 4'3" type. He's not even probably a 4'4", and if he is, it's at the high range of that. He's probably closer to 4'5", but his ability to separate and navigate and create leverage allow him to act as though he is running a 4'4", and obviously the 6'4", as I mentioned, probably does a lot of benefiting there too in terms of creating separation or going up and creating mismatches in the air. He had a lot of interest from a lot of high-level programs, including that of Michigan, Auburn, Miami, and others. This is a high-quality addition for the Red Raiders. And I know somebody's going to say in the comments, again, with these lower level players, listen, people, there are lower level players in terms of what you're thinking, lower level players, right? Not in the P4 that are P4 talents, right? There are plenty of players in the MAC that are P4 talented players, okay? So on and so forth. Mountain West, whatever the conference is. I think Reggie Virgil is one of those guys, and so do a lot of high major programs as well. Again, Michigan, Auburn, Miami, along with others, are the schools that Texas Tech beat out to land his commitment. This is a big one for the Red Raiders. Are there other guys that Texas Tech needs to get? Yes, but in terms of going out and solidifying that wide receiver room with the veteran presence to complement Caleb Payday Douglas, Coy Aiken, some other guys that I mentioned as well, this was a really, really big pickup and big play potential type guy that Texas Tech needed to add to this wide receiver group in 2025. Again, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. There's no other Texas Tech YouTube channel breaking news to you guys like this in terms of national guys tweeted out. We got a video ready for you guys as soon as it happens, okay? No other Texas Tech YouTube channel is doing that. So if you want to be a part of the largest group of Red Raider fans here on YouTube and the largest, well, independently owned Texas Tech YouTube channel, all I ask you to do is like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And I think I mentioned a little bit earlier, but it's 100% free. Where do I think Reggie lines up? Okay. I think it's going to be interesting because from a traditional sense, right, what we saw this year for Texas Tech, the two guys coming back that played the most snaps were Coy Aiken and Caleb Payday Douglas. They played on the outside. Does that mean I think Virgil's just going to slide into the slot? Obviously, we talked about him not being the Josh Kelly. He's not a similar skill set. Do I think he slides in and he's just your slot starting wide receiver? Maybe, but I doubt it. I think you still add another wide receiver in the portal if you're Texas Tech. But I do think Reggie comes in and at worst is your fourth wide receiver in this group. He's a veteran presence that is a unique skill set, as we mentioned, and one that Texas Tech desperately needed in the sense that I think a lot of people are going to look at these measurables and think to themselves, okay, 6'4", 190. When was the last time Texas Tech really had this big threat, tall, lengthy wide receiver? And I think a lot of people are going to think Antoine Wesley. Do I think he's that? Probably not. But I do think that he is a guy that really complements Coy Aiken on his side of the field and makes it just damn near impossible to decide what the defense is going to try and do to guard those two. Because Coy Aiken, you can put him on the outside, you can run him inside, whatever it may be. But I think Virgil can really, really make some things happen in this MAC Leftwich offense that has shown and proven that he can use big play wide receivers on the outside to open up for others, but also get them highly involved on the outside. So really excited about this commitment in terms of Reggie Virgil, the Miami, Ohio wide receiver. He will have 1 year of eligibility left, and he will play in the Scarlet and Black out in the 806 in 2025. Again, quick recap, 41 catches, over 800 yards, 9 TDs last year up for the Red Hawks, and then also top 10 nationally in terms of yards per catch at 19.9. He is a big play wide receiver, but don't get it twisted. He has a solid route tree all around, and you can't teach size, that's for sure. All right, I'm RC Maxfield, reminding you one more time, if you want 100% free and, well, 100% authentic Texas Tech content all year long, to be a part of the largest group of Texas Tech fans on YouTube, follow these 3 simple steps. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join the Back to 12 squad today.